Hey YouTube world, it's me Evelyn. Welcome to my little Q&A series. Today's question asks, how do you self-care? Great question. Does Coke Zero count? Well, first of all, let's start off with the definition. Not me stalling. Okay, so we are on the National Institute of Mental Health, and they say self-care means taking the time to do things that help you live well and improve both your physical health and mental health. This can help you manage stress, lower your risk of illness, increase your energy. Well, here go my thoughts. It's no amount of self-care that can repair the damage of capitalismo. The damage of capitalism is such that you can't bubble bath your way to freedom. You feel me? Because if the dollar store going from $1 to $1.25 is rocking your world, can I say that's a problem? It's a problem. The Dollar Tree, they is. They is.
They shutting down Dollar Tree, they is. I'm telling you, they is. For real, they is.
In a world where people, by and large, are barely getting by, just like dragging their bodies through time and space, like how you can't self-care that away. Yeah, so I used to think that self-care was like treating yourself nicely. Yeah, treat yourself. Do something nice for yourself. These days I take a little more foundational approach. So let's get into that. The biggest indicator that I am doing self-care is if I don't want to do it. Because at my big age, I have learned the things that are the best for me are the things that I do not want to do. Instead of being, like getting your nails done, getting a facial, which I would love to hit a pedicure up. I would love to hit up a pedicure, have somebody bust up, these heels. And I would love to have like an enzyme of some sort applied to my face. So I'm not saying that I don't love those things and I don't enjoy those things, but I am saying that that's the thing, I love those things. And typically self-care for me are things I don't love. Things like slowing down, you know what I mean? Being mindful, if you will. Pause. I stop time. It's like when you get frazzled, or maybe you're getting overwhelmed by something, or maybe you're getting agitated and aggravated, or you're sitting in your car, you start to get agitated at everybody around you, but everybody around you is you. So why are you getting agitated at them? Because y'all are all doing the same thing. You are the traffic. You're not in traffic. You are the traffic. Things like that. When I start to feel myself get aggro, I have to pause. I have to stop time. Sometimes it doesn't even take 60 full seconds. I pause time. I can stretch it out. And that's what mindfulness is. It's stretching it out. And once you get into a practice of doing that, it actually blows your mind how useful it is and how it actually works. Roll the beautiful bean footage of my meditation video.
So mindfulness is being aware of whatever we're experiencing in the present moment, free from any interpretation, analysis, or judgment. Whatever thoughts, whatever emotions we're experiencing, and simply being aware. And by anchoring our attention in the present moment, it helps to increase focus, memory, a feeling of well-being. It helps to reduce anxiety, stress.
Yeah, for me, meditation isn't, that's not what meditation is. For me, meditation is existing only in the present moment. Because so often, it's common for us to just barrel through our emotions. We're just like barreling through life, never really stopping to experience them or like clock them. Because in my life, I don't know about your life, I can't claim to know your life. In my life, there is nothing that is urgent. I have 60 seconds. I pray that you have 60 seconds as well. I allow myself to be mindful, be in the present moment. I allow myself to pause, which is in the same category of I allow myself to start over. I don't know if y'all remember that video I did with Lush. And it was kind of tied to self-care, but the self-care of it all wasn't the products. It was that I use showers as a way to start over. It could be right now. I'm filming this at 6:50 p.m. And if I'm getting a little aggravated, if I'm feeling a type way, sometimes I will just take a shower. Oh, actually, 6:50 p.m. How about 6:50 a.m.? How about I'm starting over right now? That was one way, mindfulness. The second thing I do that has been so monumental for me when it comes to self-care is telling the truth.
I tell the truth.
Which I hate. A little bit about me. You could describe me as having an avoidant attachment style. And that typically comes from either not being allowed to express negative emotions or like not being able to disagree. Like you can't ever actually disagree. Like you're never right. Even about yourself. If you were ever like not allowed to be sad or like not allowed to be angry, which I think was most of us, you know what I'm saying? What ends up happening is if you talking is talking back, then I just won't talk. You know, you know those videos where the kid like goes to slam the door, but then shuts it quietly, and then like goes to scream, but it's completely silent. That is me. I bottle it up. And actually what it does is it teaches you that your feelings aren't that important. My therapist calls it productive anger. If you never got to experience your anger making something change, or you're not even anger, but your annoyance, your discomfort, and it was always shut down, you have a very hard time asking for help, telling the truth, like being honest about what you're experiencing, because you've kind of been taught that like it doesn't really matter anyway. That usually creates an adult that's hyper independent, who just does it by themselves. It creates an adult that tends to be pretty easygoing. Nothing phases them. They're chill. They're not chill. They've just died to themselves. So, how long am I at? Starting to feel a little sheepish and vulnerable, and my back hurts. Hey, I'm being present. Whoa, I paused. You saw me in real time pausing. Let's start over. Telling the truth is like my lifelong quest to be transparent and honest about how I'm feeling, even when it bothers someone else. Yeah. Not you looking in the mirror. Not you. Not Swin. Where have you been? I practice self-care by telling the truth. If someone asks me, how are you? Even when it's the kind of throwaway conversation, the small talk of it all, how are you? I don't lie. I'll hit you with a, not great. Even if I wasn't great the last time I talked to you, I'm still not great. So yeah, I tell the truth. I'm gonna try. The painful thing is that the closer you are to me, the harder it is to tell the truth. Because the more devastating it would be if you didn't give up. Or if you didn't receive my emotion well. The underlying message that those of us with an avoidant attachment style have is that nobody actually cares. Like everyone wants you to like express yourself. People are often begging, talk to me, you can talk to me. And then when we talk, that's the problem when we talk. I self-care by asking for help, which my friends also were like, you need to do that more. You don't do that enough. We're going to beat you up. I said, don't beat me up. Don't beat me up. It's saying I'm so valuable that I am worth someone helping me. I care for myself by saying, hey, over here, throw me a lifeline. Oh, if I'm really like in the gutter and I need some self-care, no phone in the bedroom. No phone in the bed. Well, I gotta use the Spotify to cut on 12 hours of brown noise. But I can't scroll. No screen time. Just me in the dark with my thoughts. Which stretches time. Like I said, it pauses time. Because the act of that infinite scroll is a time warp. It's a time warp. And then when that girl come on the screen, are you scrolling
instead of sleeping again?
Yeah, so I hit up 12 hours of brown noise. If it sound like I'm, in the deep ocean with whales, yeah, that's where I need to be sonically. I love thrifting, cooking, baking, like anything that allows me to tinker. Because thrifting, you're kind of like digging. You're like, nom, 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 nom. God Bless America t-shirt. Harley Davidson t-shirt. Old Navy, Old Navy, Old Navy, Old Navy. And the same with cooking and baking. It's like chop, 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 chop. Whisk, 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 whisk. Balsamic vinegar. It's soothing to me. It's soothing to me. Another thing I do for self-care is sometimes you gotta throw ass. I really think on an ancestral level, on a DNA, on the double helix of it all, you need to go dancing. You need to throw that thing in a circle or a trapezoid, square dance. I don't care what shape, but you need to get her done. You have to feel the beat in your body. Kukuru, kukuru, kukuru. I don't know what music that is. Shakara, hey, shakara. Hit the white girl. Love it. You have to do it. You can do it by yourself. You can dance by yourself. That does get the job somewhat done. But there is something to be said for being in a group of people, just bodies on bodies on bodies, making it clap. It's the community of it all. Our hearts beating as one. Our hearts beating as one, you know what I'm saying? My friend was DJing. I was like, let me leave my house. Okay, they played a mix of Someday We'll All Be Free by Donny Hathaway. It was like a house mix. When I tell you I'm twirling, I'm crying, I'm releasing. That's what you gotta do. And that's why your neighborhood DJ is so important to the emotional ecosystem of the community. So yeah, that's how I self-care. We had some ups and downs there in the filming of this video, but I hope that made sense. And I would love to hear the ways in which you self-care yourself. How do you self-care? Let me know in the comments. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.